Hey friends, I'm Pam Dwyer, and you're listening to the Plus One Theory podcast. This is where we talk about how to take the pain, the struggles, and the setbacks you've faced, and use them as stepping stones to finish stronger than you started. The Plus One Theory is simple. One more step, one more choice, one more act of courage. Because small intentional steps add up to big change. And today, I want to talk about why you don't have to start over. You can begin where you left off and finish stronger. And here's where I want you to lean in, because this is where so many of us miss the pause. It's not just about grinding harder, it's about pausing. That pause, to take a deep breath, to look around, to enjoy the view, is where you regain clarity. Sometimes you're climbing so hard, gripping so tight, that you can't even see the better path right in front of you. The pause gives you perspective. And here's the shift. When you pause, you realize you're not behind. You're not a zero. You're simply at a place where one more step can change everything. I've been listening a lot lately to conversations about the power of the pause and self-awareness. And don't get me wrong, I love the concept. I believe in it. But here's the problem. Most of the time, people just talk about why we should pause, why it matters, and why it changes things. And let's be honest, we've all heard the why 1,000 times when it comes to improving our health and well-being. We know the drill. We know why we should eat better, move more, or slow down. But here's the truth. Knowing why doesn't mean we actually do it. We think, tomorrow I'm not going to do this anymore. But we do. Why? That's where Delay the Binge is different. It's not just talk. It's solutions. Together, we uncover your unique triggers and patterns, the real why behind them. And then we create your personalized way to pause. And we take one more step forward together. That's how we move from awareness to actual change. I think I've told some of you this story, but when I was in junior high, our coaches had this rule. If you stop running during the timed mile, you had to start the whole thing over. Can you imagine? Mentally, that was crushing. Physically, it wore us all down. And looking back, it wasn't teaching us resilience. It was teaching us failure. The real lesson should have been, you don't have to go back to zero. You just pick up where you left off and you keep moving. That's how you finish stronger. Now, don't get me wrong. I will always appreciate those coaches because that's where the Plus One Theory was born. I used the pain for a purpose. And for anyone who has ever given birth, you'll get this one. Imagine if every time a mother had to stop pushing, she had to start the whole process over again. That baby would never be born. Life doesn't work like that. Progress doesn't vanish just because you pause. You don't lose everything because you had to take a breath. You keep going from where you are. The mile still gets finished. The baby is born. The business can still grow. And the healing can still take root. And here's the secret. Real progress doesn't come from giant leaps. It's the small, intentional steps that add up over time. One more push, one more lap, one more phone call, one more healthy choice. That's the Plus One Theory. Every step, no matter how small, stacks up and builds the strength, resilience, and results you're looking for. You're not starting over. You're carrying forward everything you've already built. And this is where I want to introduce something new, because after the pause comes the next step. I call it the pause plus one more. It's simple. When you feel the urge to fall back into an old pattern, you pause, a purposeful pause, and then you add one more step forward, one small intentional action that serves you instead of sabotaging you. That's how change sticks. That's how new patterns are built. Let me share a fresh story. Recently, I went to a Christmas market with high hopes of selling my books from the Piney Woods. I invested a lot of time, money, energy, decorating my booth, preparing everything, and my family was right there beside me, helping me. I imagined people lined up connecting with my story, but after 3 days, I sold, are you ready? 10 books. 10 over 3 days at a very expensive market. Old patterns started to creep in, and I thought, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. Maybe I should just go get a normal job and quit putting my family through the stress of wondering if this dream is really working. That was the moment I had to practice what I preach. I paused, a purposeful pause, and then I added one more step. I remembered my why. I reminded myself that this message matters, that even if I didn't sell out a booth, the story I carry is still one that can help others heal and grow. And instead of giving up, I thought outside the box, which is what I do best. I will not give up, because this message is important, y'all, to so many who need to hear it, and to so many who can thrive from it. So here's my challenge to you this week. Think about one area in your life where you've said, I have to start over. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's a project. Or maybe it's a relationship. Instead of scrapping it, I want you to pause. Write down what you've already built and what you've already learned, and then you circle one thing you can do, one small intentional step to move forward from here, from this point, not from zero, from where you are. And don't forget, you will slip back into old habits sometimes. We all do. That's what our brains like to do. Run to the familiar by focusing on yesterday. But give yourself grace. Be patient. Look forward. Every purposeful pause, every one more step is part of building a new pattern and a new you. Don't forget, October 2nd is our launch event for the Delay the Binge Collective. So it's free for everyone this time around. And if you go to delaythebinge.com, you can sign up and you'll get the link. Join us. It's 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time. And if you can't join us, that's okay. If I have your email, I'm going to send you the recorded version of the most amazing launch event ever. Please sign up. It really does show your support. And if you know of someone that could use it, send them the delaythebinge.com information. Have them sign up too. Thanks for spending this time with me today on the Plus One Theory podcast. Remember, your past does not define you. It prepares you. And no matter where you are on the climb, you don't have to start over. You can begin right where you left off and finish stronger. And when the hard moments come, remember this. Pause, then take one more step, because there's always room for a little more. That's the heart of the Plus One Theory. And now the pause plus one more. I can't wait to share more about that with you in the episodes ahead. I'll see you next time, and thanks for listening.